Welcome to this overview of proactive messages for Zendesk. This is a demo built to showcase what's possible with proactive messaging, ranging from like your basic setup. I'm on this webpage while I'm talking, a few seconds have passed by and I get a pop-up from the widget saying, hey, looking for something. Basic flow showing what's possible. Second flow I have set up on this page to showcase is basically you have a web shop, I'm visiting the product. The moment I open it up, I get a notification, hey, want to learn about the park and the dinosaurs. When I click on the widget, I'm immediately going to my Jurassic Park intent, explaining what dinosaurs are, how you get there, all the information about the park. Naturally, most people selling products or tickets also have flows where they have a campaign that's maybe going on TikTok or on Instagram or another social media, where based on the campaign, you have a specific UTM campaign tag used to track the usage of your campaign, how many people clicked on the ad, interacted with the trigger. But since you know that they come from a certain ad, maybe if they visit the web page coming from your campaign, like in this case, campaign T-Rex, you see that instead of my generic message, I immediately pull the customer in with a proactive message about my T-Rex promotion that's going on. So that way, the same website based on, hey, you're visiting as a regular product, so this is, want to learn more about the park, very generic, but a call to action after, for example, 30 seconds on the page, versus very direct marketing. You know the customer is there because they clicked on the campaign about the T-Rex, so immediately we jump into the T-Rex scenario. So that's another use case where you can leverage proactive messaging in a more personal way, directly point the customer to the right intent with a personalized message, knowing who they are. And then you can imagine having a myriad of those variations with like, welcome to Jurassic Park T-Rex, maybe Triceratops, or a generic one coming at you. Same we can do for customers. So this is a scenario where I'm logged in as like your general person, in this case, Roman slave, not really a very important person. So it's a very generic message that will appear, or maybe nothing will appear because I'm not logged in as an important person. On the other side of the scenario, you might be logged in as a very important person. In this case, I'm logged in as a proactive VIP, very important person. And you see that directly when this important person is logged in, I get a message, hey, welcome, our team is to assist. So there again, based on who's logged in and the tags they have, we have a different message and we can have a different flow where we go through. And then of course, aside from where do they come from and what kind of campaign are they tagged to, or who are they, and make differentiation in the way you interact with the widget that way. Normal person will not get disturbed, the widget is there, you're logged in, if you need support, you know where to find it. VIP person, hey, we're here, we're ready for you. Immediately they get a message, they feel important, and they don't get a bot, but will directly go to the right team assigned as live chat because they're a VIP person, very important. Other scenario might be locale based. You have a generic website, everything you see here is in English, but maybe you have dedicated teams in dedicated languages. So when I'm in the French environment, I might get a message in one language, and if I'm in the French environment or the Spanish one, I might get a message in a different locale or language. And then also based on the language where I am, and yes, I know this is Spanish, but it's a demo, we can assign the customer to a different team or branch. So these are like all very logical flows that you can build with proactive messaging that are really triggered based on what's going on. And for example, here I'm in Jurassic Park, immediately get my promotion, and when I click on it, the intent that launches is, of course, my Jurassic Park intent, explaining me, welcome to Jurassic Park. I'm interested in stuff, maybe I'm a bit scared because stuff can go wrong in the park, so I want to know, is everything safe? And without doing a lot, I get my notifications that everything is there. If I'm a VIP and I'm Marlon Brando, then maybe if I hadn't interacted with the page yet, I would have gotten a direct chat to the right team. So that's the front-end experience. Like I said, this page is public, so test it out. On the backside, here are your triggers that explain that flow. Yeah, so one is your generic demo flow. Hey, internal note, generic message, it's a bot. If I'm on the page with that URL, the main page, after 5 seconds, for demo purposes, reality would like it longer, the message will show. Different flow might be your tagged product. So in that case, We have our T-Rex campaign. It's a bot and it's conditioned on the TM campaign tag. And I quickly go to Jurassic Park. And then similar for like untagged products. I'm still looking at my Jurassic Park product. I might get a different prompt. One that's just linked to my product page. And then similarly, if I go to my languages, this is my French page. So if the device detection is French or URL contains French, I show my French message. And then similarly, if I'm on my Spanish page, you would imagine that if the URL would contain Spanish or the language is Spanish, because I could be English speaking looking at the Spanish page or vice versa, then in that moment I talk to a human. But what you see is those messages are tagged with a specific language tag, and those then correspond, of course, in the backend in Zendesk to my triggers. And those triggers would then allow you to say, hey, if this is a message that contains message in French, just directly route it to the French team, and vice versa. So yeah, these are your basic overviews for proactive messaging. Like you see, it's not really complex to set up those triggers. It's just a matter of mapping the URLs to the right experience. And then on your website, use a generic one, just making sure that you know the structure of your website. And then based on that, you can have corresponding behaviors to trigger certain actions on your website, no matter where you are. So that's proactive messaging in a nutshell as a demo. Here you go.